CIA decoder, life's going okay, I guess, until, bam, his wife gets killed in a terror attack in London. But here's the twist.
Yeah.
This isn't just him crying a river. This is about what happens when the guys upstairs, they won't do squat, and he decides, you know what? My brain, that's the weapon. Time for a global revenge tour.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head there. It's this really intriguing blend of genres they're promising. Action, obviously, tons of mystery and thriller vibes from what we've seen, but also layered in some pretty heavy drama. Should be interesting to see how they balance it all. PG-13 rating, though.
Yeah, saw that. 2 hours, 3 minutes runtime. Pretty standard these days, I guess.
Yeah, right in that sweet spot.
Sweet spot. So we've been digging, right? Rotten Tomatoes page on me. That trailer, though, that official one 20th Century Studios dropped on YouTube. Intense.
Oh, for sure. Gave me chills.
So that's what we're using for this deep dive. We're going to zoom in on the main plot and the guy at the center of it all, Charlie Heller.
And right off the bat, they hit you with the inciting incident.
Correct.
Right? You've got Charlie Heller, and let me tell you, Rami Malek. Perfect casting.
Dude's a chameleon.
Absolutely. So he's the CIA decoder, but not like some flashy action hero type. He's buried in a Langley basement, just surrounded by data, code, the whole 9 yards. And then, out of nowhere, the news hits him. His wife, gone. Terror attack in London. They don't sugarcoat it either. That trailer scene is brutal, Charlie. I think you need to see this. Your wife has been killed.
Cold.
Just like that.
Yeah. Like his whole world just implodes in an instant. And you can almost feel it, right? This guy, his life is logic, patterns. Then this huge senseless act of violence, it rips him out of that. But what gets me is it's not just the morning. It's this instant shift. He's not going to sit around. She's going to act.
Yeah.
And it bumps right up against the CIA, who it seems are doing nothing.
Yeah.
How does a guy like this, someone so out of the field,
Yeah.
how do they even process that, let alone decide to take on like the whole system?
Right. It's a huge question, and the synopsis lays it out. When his supervisors refuse to take action, he takes matters into his own hands. Then you get Charlie in the trailer, and he's not messing around. I want to find and kill the people who murdered my wife. That's his mission statement, plain and simple.
Yeah, no ambiguity there. This is personal.
Totally. And then he adds this line. He wants to look them in the eyes and balance the scales. And that idea of balance, that suggests something deeper is going on. This isn't just about revenge. It's about justice, his own kind of justice.
Which is wild when you think about who this guy is. We're told, point blank, brilliant, decoder for the CIA, right? But also deeply introverted. So we're not talking about Jason Bourne here. This isn't some seasoned field operative. This is the guy who's used to fighting his battles with lines of code, algorithms. I mean, what kind of mental gymnastics does it take for someone like that to even consider becoming like a one-man army?
And that's where it gets so fascinating, right? The trailer really plays with this contrast. You hear people basically writing him off. Like one line that stands out, I don't think you could beat a 90-year-old nun in an arm wrestling match.
LaRoche.
Yeah, they're basically saying he's all brain, no brawn. And then, even more brutal, you're just not a killer, Charlie. You're just a nerdy fella who works on computers. It's like they're daring him to prove them wrong.
It's almost like they want to see him fail.
It's this huge hurdle he has to overcome.
Yeah.
Everyone sees him as this pencil pusher completely out of his element in the real world.
But then, the synopsis hits us with this line. His intelligence serving as the ultimate weapon. So how does that play out? How does he actually weaponize his brain? And the trailer gives us a glimpse. He's asking for mission-specific training pash and a new identity. He's not naive. He knows he needs to adapt, but he's doing it strategically, methodically.
Yeah, he's thinking it through. And what's really interesting is there's this suggestion that his skills go beyond just, cracking codes. Someone tells him he can't do what they do, training or not. And Charlie, he fires back with this line, "Did you ever account for the things I am good at?" So now we're wondering, what are these hidden talents? Could his understanding of systems, all those years spent in the world of surveillance, could that actually translate into a different way of operating in the real world? Like a kind of espionage we haven't seen before.
And the trailer gives us this chilling example. It's this quiet moment. Charlie's just standing there, holding a remote. And he says, completely calmly, "This is a remote that controls a device that's been decompressing the glass beneath you." I mean, that's intellect as a weapon right there. It's not about brute force. It's about understanding how things work, manipulating them, and using technology in a way no one expects.
Exactly. It's not just about breaking a code. It's about seeing the bigger picture, understanding the logic of a system, and finding those weak points. And if you think about it, all those years he spent immersed in surveillance, He's probably got this intuitive sense of how to operate within those systems, how to turn them against his enemies. He might be seeing patterns in data, anticipating moves, using the tools of surveillance against the people who thought they were in control.
And the trailer, it also shows us the scale of this thing. It's not just some back alley revenge plot. It's global. We got a ping in Rome. He's in London. He just got on a bus in Prague. This guy's on the move. Constantly.
Which says a lot, right? He's resourceful, adaptable, and considering he's probably being hunted by some very powerful people, the fact that he's always one step ahead, that's impressive.
Definitely not your average nerdy fella.
Not even close.
So we also get glimpses of some other key players. There's Henderson, played by Lawrence Fishburne. He's got that authority figure vibe, maybe one of the guys who doubted Charlie early on. And then there's Sarah, played by Rachel Brosnahan. She's a bit more of a mystery, not clear from the trailer or the synopsis, but it seems like she gets pulled into Charlie's world somehow, maybe an ally. Or maybe she's trying to stop him.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on there. And the dynamic between Charlie and those who underestimate him, that's going to be key. Like that voice in the trailer, the one who calls him a nerdy fella. You can feel Charlie's need to prove them wrong. And then you've got those warnings, like what you're doing is going to kill you. Which reminds us how dangerous this whole thing is. And that line, this ends here. It's like foreshadowing this big showdown where all his intellect, all his planning, it's going to be put to the test.
So what are we thinking? Big picture. What are the themes here? Grief, obviously. Revenge. That's the fuel.
Yeah, it all starts with his wife's death. But there's also this really cool idea of hidden potential. Like Charlie, he's the ultimate underdog. Everyone writes him off. But he's about to show them just how wrong they are. It's a story about what we're capable of when we're pushed to our absolute limits.
And it makes you wonder, right? Can someone like Charlie, with no real field experience, can he actually take on trained killers? What kind of toll does this take on him mentally? Does he have to compromise his morals along the way? Because that trailer definitely hints at him going to some dark places.
Absolutely. And it challenges our idea of what a spy is. The classic image is all about physical combat, gadgets, infiltration. But the amateur seems to be saying maybe in today's world it's about something else. Maybe it's about information, manipulation, understanding the systems that control our lives. Maybe that's the new kind of power.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've got Charlie Heller, this CIA decoder, thrown into a world of espionage and vengeance after a devastating loss. Everyone doubts him, but he's determined to prove them wrong, using his unique skills to hunt down his wife's killers. Remember, The Amateur hits theaters April 11th, 2025. Don't miss it.
But before we go, one last thing for you to think about. What's the one thing about Charlie's journey that's going to surprise us the most? How does he find that balance he's looking for? And how does someone who spent his life decoding secrets, how do they approach a world of violence and conspiracy? It's a question that really gets under your skin, makes you wonder what we're all hiding, what we're capable of when the rules no longer apply.
Definitely something to ponder.
For sure.